Vitalik Buterin burns 06B and SHIB tokens, says he doesn't want the power. So if you are a Shiba Inu fan, then must watch this video complete to not miss on a single second. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has burned 90% of his Shiba Inu coin, SHIB, holdings, an amount worth $6.7 billion. The trove of more than 410 trillion tokens was burnt late on Sunday, taking them out of circulation. Buterin had been given half of SHIB's total supply in recent weeks in what appeared to be a marketing stunt. Hey SHIB Army, great par ahead. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Moving on, Buterin said that he wants to burn 90% of SHIB. The post read, "I've decided to burn 90% of the remaining Shiba tokens in my wallet. The remaining 10% will be sent to a not yet decided charity with similar values to Crypto Reef, preventing large-scale loss of life, but with a more long-term orientation," he said in a note attached to another transaction at the same time. Labeling itself a Doge killer, SHIB has seen a price increase of nearly 900% in the last 2 weeks, culminating in an all-time high of 3,791 cents May 10 and listings on major exchanges such as Binance and Huobi. The remaining half of SHIB's supply is locked for liquidity on decentralized finance platform Uniswap. Buterin also said in his note that he would prefer makers of cryptocurrencies give them to charities and not to him. "I don't want to be a locus of power of that kind," he said. The news of Buterin's actions has not had any significant effect on SHIB's price, despite a small bump to 1880 cents immediately after, according to CoinGecko. Since then, it has pulled back and is hovering at around 16 cents at press time. With this, we come to the end of video. SHIB Army, give huge likes to this video. Have a good day.
Or 10 cents if 9 trillion SHIB are burned monthly. Well, that we'll discuss in today's video, and how could this impact SHIB price. So keep watching the video till the very end. Shiba Inu could reach astonishing new highs in the coming years if its layer 2 network, SHIBARIUM, manages to burn substantial quantities of the meme coin supply. Some projections point to potential price targets as high as 10 cents or even $0. 1. Fueled by a reduction in SHIB's circulating supply. Before investing in any crypto, do your research because crypto market is highly volatile and things change in second. All the information in this channel is just latest updates. SHIBARIUM officially launched on the mainnet in August 2023, sparking excitement in the Shiba Inu community. However, the platform saw more significant user growth starting in late November 2023, processing millions of transactions. While SHIBARIUM offers more potential than burns alone, many users eagerly awaited its debut to bolster the incineration of SHIB. SHIBARIUM's base transaction fee destroys 70% of SHIB paid, according to documentation. Initial SHIBARIUM burns were insignificant, with the first destroying 8.24 billion SHIB, worth $75,241 on December 4. However, burns have accelerated, totaling 33.8 billion SHIB across 4 transactions by December 23. 1 January 9 burn eliminated 9.93 billion more, and developers now aim to implement automated burns. How could this impact prices? Shiba Inu's current circulating supply sits at a staggering 581.2 trillion tokens. Many pin SHIB's inability to produce massive rallies on this huge figure, stoking support for the burn initiative. SHIB hit its all-time high of 8,845 cents, soon after Vitalik Buterin burned 410 trillion tokens in May 2021. While increased demand likely also lifted prices, the burn's role can't be ignored. With automated burns nearing and SHIBARIUM adoption rising, proponents forecast the potential monthly destruction of trillions of SHIB. If 9 trillion tokens vanished monthly, how long until SHIB reaches lofty targets like 10 cents, or even 10 cents? Now let's move to the main story of today's video. Burning 9 trillion monthly equates to eliminating 108 trillion a year. At that rate, half the supply, 290.5 trillion, could disappear in under 3 years. For SHIB to maintain its $5.3 billion market cap at that circulating supply, its price would need to jump to 0.183. Another year of burns could remove 108 trillion more tokens, leaving 182.5 trillion in circulation. Here, the $5.3 billion market cap would lift prices to I0.293 within 4 years. Further, if SHIB regained its $43.5 billion peak market cap in May 2021 at an 182.5 trillion supply, its price would trade around a 0.24. The meme token would only reach a 0.1 with this supply if its market capitalization climbed to $182 billion, and size 0.1 would require an astonishing 1.82 trillion valuation. While hitting these targets is no guarantee, laying out the requirements illustrates just how far SHIB would need to rise from today's price. Still, SHIBARIUM's burn mechanism makes a considerably higher SHIB valuation seem far more plausible. With this, we come to the end of this video. Subscribe to the channel for more crypto updates. Also, please share this video with friends and hit the bell icon to not miss on single update of SHIB. Now, before ending the video, SHIB Army, now you can comment your favorite crypto for which you want the latest updates. This helps me to increase engagement in content and quality of videos. Have a good day.
BlackRock has added again, but this time it's very different. Do you all remember how Shiba Inu tripled in price in less than a week back in March? Well, this is nothing compared to what was discovered in the last 24 hours. These are some of the most bullish signals we've ever seen in the entire history of the crypto space as a whole. I'm talking about more than 10 years of waiting for this very specific moment. Don't believe me? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. This is truly a phenomenal day for Shiba Inu. The pump we're witnessing is absolutely insane. Shiba Inu is already up by over 20%, and the trading volume has surged dramatically, jumping by 203%. The sheer amount of activity around it is unbelievable. What's even more impressive is that Shiba Inu added a staggering $3.3 billion to its market cap today. That's an extraordinary amount of money flowing into a meme coin in just one day. It really puts things into perspective when you consider how much confidence and attention Shiba Inu is attracting in such a short period. And what you need to understand, this just doesn't look like another meme coin moment. There's something bigger at play here. While it may have started as a joke, I'll later explain why. The massive backing and growing support show that people are taking it seriously. The momentum could keep pushing it higher, especially as we see more traders and investors jump in. Of course, with any surge like this, there's always a risk of volatility. But for now, Shiba Inu is definitely having its moment. But what's really interesting about today's pump is that Shiba Inu has just wiped out 64 days of downward action in only 10 days. That's huge. Think about it. Over 2 months of losses gone in just over a week. This kind of recovery is not something you see every day, especially with a meme coin. It shows how quickly the market can shift when there's enough momentum behind it. For investors, this kind of turnaround is a game changer. A lot of them were probably feeling pretty discouraged after watching Shiba Inu drop for so long. It's tough seeing your investment slide day after day with no signs of a rebound. But now, there's definitely a sense of excitement, maybe even relief. Investors are seeing their confidence pay off. And for those who held on, this surge is a reminder of why they believed in Shiba Inu in the first place. It's the kind of bounce that can bring a lot of optimism back into the market, making people feel that Shiba Inu might still have a lot of potential ahead. And this crazy pump even got a reaction from Satoshi Kusama, the lead developer of Shiba Inu. For those who don't know, it's pretty rare for Satoshi to tweet. He's very strategic with what he shares, so when he does post something, it's usually a big deal. Today, he tweeted a simple image of a smirking face. And now, considering the current context, that smirk says a lot. It's almost like he's hinting that he knew this was coming all along. Given how carefully he times his posts, this feels like a clear nod to the massive pump we're seeing on the charts. It's a subtle way of acknowledging the surge without saying too much. But to those paying attention, it's a strong signal that Shiba Inu is moving in the right direction. But what's actually happening here? Why is Shiba Inu pumping so hard? And why is the entire meme sector rising today with Shiba Inu leading the charge? Well, there's a crucial point behind it all, and it started with big news around Bitcoin. A viral post on Twitter has been making waves, and it says something along the lines of, it's currently 159 days after the Bitcoin halving. In 2016, Bitcoin broke out 5 days after this point, and in 2020, it happened around 4 days after. Bitcoin is in a pretty good position right now. This kind of post creates a huge buzz in the crypto space because it points to an upcoming Bitcoin breakout based on historical patterns. The anticipation of Bitcoin's next big move is enough to fuel excitement across the entire crypto space. And what's even more interesting is the recent discovery that Bitcoin ETFs had over $1 billion in inflows in just the last 12 trading days. This is huge, especially when you consider that not too long ago, these ETFs were seeing constant outflows. Back then, the entire crypto market was struggling, and everything felt like it was going downhill. That kind of negative momentum had a lot of people feeling uncertain. There was a real concern that something might be wrong, and many were starting to wonder if the much-anticipated crypto pump was even going to happen as expected. Investors were losing confidence, and it seemed like the excitement around the market was fading. But now, with these massive inflows and the current surge, everything has shifted. People are feeling confident again, the fears and doubts have eased, and the momentum is back. The inflows into Bitcoin ETFs show that there's strong interest returning to the market. Discovered he combined the holdings of all the Bitcoin ETFs and found something incredible. According to his tweet, they're now 92% of the way to owning 1 million Bitcoin and 83% of the way to surpassing Satoshi Nakamoto as the largest Bitcoin holder. TikTok, he wrote. If BlackRock and these ETFs surpass Satoshi's holdings, it will be a massive event in the crypto world, something that's never been seen before in Bitcoin's entire history, which stretches back over a decade. It would be a game-changing moment, signaling that institutional power is dominating the market like never before. The shift in control could completely reshape how Bitcoin and the broader crypto market are viewed, taking it to a new level of mainstream acceptance and influence. But wait. Some of you might still be confused, like, what does Shiba Inu have to do with all of this? Why is it pumping? It might not seem to make sense at first. Those questions are understandable because, on the surface, Shiba Inu and Bitcoin are very different assets. And well, here's what you need to understand. Do you remember when Bitcoin ETFs were approved for the first time back in January? As they started getting massive inflows and pushing Bitcoin price to new all-time highs in March, something interesting happened. Shiba Inu tripled in price in less than a week. This revealed something important. Shiba Inu became highly sensitive to any big moves in Bitcoin, especially when it came to Bitcoin ETF inflows and outflows a few weeks ago. When Bitcoin ETFs saw huge outflows, Shiba Inu's price dropped sharply. But now, with this massive action happening around Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs again, it all makes sense why Shiba Inu is pumping. Just like back in March when Bitcoin surges, Shiba Inu seems to follow, and the current inflows into Bitcoin ETFs are sparking a similar reaction. But this time, Shiba Inu might be getting out of control. And this is truly crazy. The momentum behind this pump is even stronger than before. And with the crypto market heating up, Shiba Inu could experience another wild run. If Bitcoin continues to rally, and with the institutional money pouring in, we might see Shiba Inu riding that wave to new heights faster than anyone expected. And this is where things get really interesting. With Shiba Inu now trading at a 2-month high, market analysts are starting to speculate about its trajectory in the coming days. One prominent analyst, Shiba Knight, isn't surprised by the ongoing bull run. In his recent analysis, he anticipated a WW bullish pattern for Shiba Inu. His chart showed a typical W-wave formation, where the price dips from a high point to a low, rises briefly, dips again, and is now moving into the final part of the wave. According to Shiba Knight, this could lead to Shiba Inu hitting very high price points or even reaching a new all-time high, as his latest tweet suggests. This news is making waves and getting people super excited. The idea of Shiba Inu potentially reaching new highs has traders and investors buzzing with anticipation. It's a thrilling moment for the community, given how much Shiba Inu has been influenced by Bitcoin's movements and recent market trends. And based on today's updates, it's clear that Shiba Inu is riding a huge wave of market momentum fueled by Bitcoin's performance and significant ETF inflows. The technical analysis and community buzz only add to the excitement. It really seems like Shiba Inu could be poised for some impressive gains if the current trends continue. Of course, as with any investment, especially in the crypto world, it's important to stay cautious and informed. But right now, the energy around Shiba Inu is undeniably electrifying. What is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.